Hello, I'm Simon Calder, and this is another episode of Back to the City. Right now, I'm very excited to be joined by Brian van der Werf, of course from ELEGANZA.
Hey, thanks, Simon.
ELEGANZA are a three-guitar rock and roll attack. Is the best description that I've come across of the band. We're currently being attacked by them. In the background, we can hear some songs throughout the episode from the forthcoming record.
Yes.
Which is, you've been mixing it recently.
We're almost done.
Yeah.
I'm being very, I guess, anal about it. It's taken this long forever, so why not just try to make it sound as best I can.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, it's sounding
4 tiny little mixes that no one else will notice but me.
Yeah.
And a couple other guys in the band.
Yeah. So, but probably sometime later this year, do you think?
I'm hoping, once we're finished with it, I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with it.
Yeah.
Maybe once we want to put it out, I don't know. I think it's really good.
I think it's really good.
It's,
Even before those 4 little changes you're going to make.
Right.
It's sounding
Thanks.
great.
All right.
Thank you for coming in today.
Thanks for having me back.
Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, so we spoke right at the end of last year, just as you were about to do the Replacements tribute at the Surf Club. And you and Tony came into the Cyanide Radio studio back when you were there. So since our previous interview, you played a bunch of exciting shows. What have been some highlights of the last 8 months since we spoke last?
Exciting shows, man.
Yeah, you played Grumpy's 2017.
Oh, we played the Art World Party, yes.
Yeah, with Palma and Grandma's Boyfriend.
Thanks for the reminder.
Romantica,
yes.
Yeah, who of course Tony's in.
Yes.
Revenge Wedding.
We did
a few things with them.
Yeah, we did their...
Wilkinson's new band.
That's right. We also did a benefit for Slim Dunlap.
Yeah.
The Hook and Ladder with the guy from the Georgia Satellites.
Celebration.
Yeah. That was real fun. So
yeah.
We've been kind of not playing too much, so and trying to get this record done.
All the more reason for us to come and see you at PALMFEST.
Yeah.
This is the first of a series of interviews that we're putting out in the run-up to PALMFEST, which is on Friday, July 28th, and Saturday, July 29th. The ELEGANZA set is at 7:30 p.m.
That's right.
On the Friday. On the outdoor stage.
Yes.
Things happen when you hear and see ELEGANZA. That's
it's
like the slogan, and it's understandably the slogan. So, what kinds of things happen when people come and see you at PALMFEST? What kinds of things will happen to them?
Oh my goodness. Well, it's Palmer's #1, so let's say anything can happen. So. Let's just hope something happens when we play.
And something will happen before and after you play, specifically.
Something will, yes.
The things that happen that will bookend the ELEGANZA.
Yeah.
The Liquor Pigs, right before you, and
good friends of mine.
Yeah, and Poverty Hash.
Good friends of mine.
Likewise, at 8:45. So that's a tasty sandwich.
I believe so.
The meat in.
We are the meat. Yes.
So PALMFEST kicks off at 5 p.m. on that Friday with Miss Myra and the Moonshiners. Are you familiar with Miss Myra?
I'm sorry, I'm not.
Yeah, me too, but I will try and get her in and then make myself and others familiar with
yes.
her. So that's what's going to kick off PALMFEST. The episode began with Big City Filth. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3.
The count-in.
Yeah, the count-in. Yeah, the count-in to the episode and the count-in to the song.
Right on, yeah. Well, that should be on some sort of a sporting event now. Right. Might as well get paid for these things.
It's a particularly good counter.
Yes.
I think. You should be proud of the counter. Who is the counter?
That would be Jeff.
That would be Jeff.
Yeah.
Who came up with the? Because I understand you wrote this song. You wrote the lyrics.
For the most part, yeah.
But the name came from one of the others.
Greg came up with the name.
Greg.
Yeah, the other guitar 1 or 2.
We've established already it's a 3-guitar rock and roll attack.
Yeah.
Are all of the attacking guitarists songwriters?
Yes, and for the most part. Greg doesn't necessarily come in with songs, but he's really good at coming up with parts.
And names.
Names.
So Jeff was a bandmate of yours back in Tuglen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
And Greg was in Old Yeller.
Old Yeller, and before that, the Glenn Russells. So he's a long history here.
Yeah.
In town.
So we covered this a little bit in our previous interview, but what does this band, ELEGANZA do for you that the various other bands, including Midnight Evils, for
example, does it do?
What's it do for you that previous bands?
It gets me out of the house.
Gets you out of the house. I mean, Midnight Evils got you out of the house too.
Well, they got me too much out of the house.
No. Too far away from the house.
No. Playing with these guys is great. After this length of time, we really connected, like really as a unit.
Yeah.
It's kind of gelling, as they say. It's taken a while, but we're there, I think. You might have other idea in your head, but when these guys get together, it's gonna sound like this, and you gotta accept that.
Yeah.
Because it's still fun as hell, and that's the main thing for me. So yeah.
Any combination of musicians, like once you have a band, then the band will sound a certain way.
And you have to let that go. Like if I write a song and it's like I've let that go myself a long time ago. Like, it's got to be played this way.
Right.
Or if someone calls it shit, I'm like, okay, good, then let's get rid of it. I don't want to play it if it's, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm okay with all that. I'm honest about it.
So there's two main songwriters.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
But it's so collaborative that if the band isn't that excited about a particular song.
Oh, well, yeah, we've got a lot of songs we've just chucked after a few times. It just wasn't feeling right, or it wasn't going anywhere.
Let's think about the genesis of the band a bit, because I remember, like, after Tuglin ended, you were playing some shows at Grumpy's, like a kind of proto-ELEGANZA. Was that?
I guess so. It was just Jesse and I on Tuglin, and we just decided to, like, let's do some country songs covers.
Yeah.
And I guess I saw Greg and Keeley, the drummer who was in that band, do it at Grumpy's. They had another similar type of a band, but I thought, oh, that'd be kind of fun. And I knew Greg really well, and that band kind of dissolved. So when that dissolved, I said, well, I'll get the drummer to play with us. Then Paul from Tuglin and I got Jeff back in the fold. He moved back from California, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So kind of guys I've played with a lot in the past, but
And Augie got involved at that stage.
He was in the Huckleberries as well.
Okay. Which was the band that was playing at Grumpy's.
The country thing. He was playing harmonica on that. So yeah, I kind of got him involved, and just because it organically, like, oh, he can play harmonica.
So a moment ago, you referred to Nashville. So little do you know, but when you made your reference to Nashville, that was accompanied by rise in the background music and in the song Alabama Band, which references Nashville. See my good friends, Dexter's, Sweet Dog Elliott, Fat Little Brains, #3. This is a favourite song of mine on the record, and this is something that people can listen to on the SoundCloud if they want to. There's like a few songs.
I put a few up there.
Yeah. There is a really broad range of genres covered, I think, on this record. So this is like the more, obviously, with it being called Alabama Band, it's more like country.
And it's sort of a homage to my friends down there. And on the way down there.
The Dexter's. And Sweet Dog Elliott, who get name checks.
Sweet Dog is one guy. He was the drummer when I first met the Dexter's. He was their drummer. And they've gone through some band changes, but Elliott was a singer.
Yeah.
Who then actually came up and produced the last Tuglin record.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then I think was it Baines #3, Lee Baines III, who we're playing with on Tuesday, August 15th in the entry. But
cool.
He was a band member of the Dexter's at one point, so it's just, and then Patton, that's another guy. He's the bass player in that band.
Yeah.
Who was also in the Joy by Truckers.
Yeah.
So it was just a dumb little song about we all, when ELEGANZA would play down, or even Tuglin, we always had a great time.
Are you often playing down?
We were, yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to be banned for Alabama soon, or are you going to stick around?
We don't know what's going on yet after the record comes out. We're figuring all that shit
out. I'm joined by Brian, who is a man on the move through the big, filthy city. which will soon be old news because he's Alabama band.
Wow.
That was me referencing 4 of the songs that we're going to be listening to over the course of the episode, and those are the ones that I've heard the most, and I'm going to be quizzing Brian.
Maybe I should use it for the album title.
Yeah.
All the names in some sort of order together.
The longest album title ever.
Longer than the, what was her, Fiona Apple had it really long.
Longer than full length, ironically, which is a candidate.
It is a candidate.
As is It's Just Lunch.
Yeah, I like that one.
I like It's Just Lunch, but why It's Just Lunch?
Those ads are just funny, man.
It's funny.
It's just lunch. It's no big deal. Maybe we'll get sued. And then...
I hope that doesn't happen. Man on the Move is Tony Zaccardi, who's in the band.
Yes.
Last time that we had an interview together, he was saying it was his favourite song. Favourite Eleganza song. Certainly one of mine as well. I was picking up on some of the lyrics last time. And, you're a man on the move, you've got nothing to prove. Oh yeah, that's the refrain.
Yes. Okay.
But then also, you're standing in the crowd.
Oh yeah, well it's
seeing a shit show. So for me, I found it really intriguing. This combination of the song is about being on the move, but then there's at least this one moment where you're presumably stationary in the crowd, observing the shit show.
Yeah, sort of. If you think about it, they go hand in hand.
They do go. Yeah.
It's a state of mind, I suppose.
Yeah, but I find that's an interesting. So I thought that might be a way to get into thinking about the ethos and the posture of Eleganza. This idea of going somewhere and the high energy, things are happening.
Yeah.
You're doing things and we're having things happen to us. But at the same time, there's this stationary. I'm not going to be affected by this shit show. I can see.
That's what we're hoping to. But it's harder not to. I wrote that before a lot of the shit show got kind of out of hand, so it's harder not to notice it so much anymore.
Absolutely. Because we were talking about it.
Yeah.
Before Trump was president.
Yeah. That's what we're alluding to. Yes.
Yeah. Standing in the crowd, seeing the shit show. I kind of zoomed in on that one early on because I feel like it does in some way kind of contain clear signs of what the philosophy or the ethos of Eleganza is.
Perhaps I've never thought about it too deeply, but
well, why write a song about being on the move? I think it's completely natural. Maybe you haven't asked yourself that question exactly, but
well, I sure enjoy it, and I've got that. I got a rambling fever, but...
Yeah, it's not a coincidence that I was able to piece the song titles together to make a sentence, because there is this recurring focus on moving. There's a lyric about not having a zip code, there's the song about being bound for Alabama, and yet you are very integrated, of course, in the Twin Cities music scene.
Sure.
Are there aspects of Eleganza that are, you think, quintessentially a Minnesota band or a Twin Cities band?
It's hard for me to say. I mean,
we're
all from here.
Yeah.
But I don't think we like the Replacements, and not everyone as much as others.
Yeah.
And Husker Du, I love those guys. I grew up on that stuff, but Minnesotans have a tendency to love oh, he's from Minnesota.
Yeah.
Make a big deal about being local, and I guess I just never had that.
So you didn't need to. So you stand by the no zip code.
Yeah, I guess I don't. I live here, but it's not I don't have that. I'm not gonna write songs with an affinity to the city, or something.
Yeah, unless it's.
Oh, from Minnesota, yay!
Nashville is okay.
Well, there's name dropping people that I know.
Okay, so in the background right now, we can hear the song Old News, and as the song begins, we can hear pedal steel.
Yeah.
Guitar. So often when we witness pedal steel guitar, it's just used for swells. But we can hear quite clearly quite a lot more is going on with this pedal steel.
Yeah, his name is Mike Hazelman.
Yeah.
I met him about, I'm not sure, 10 some years ago when I was playing with the Midnight Eagles. He was playing in a group called Giaz and Jesus that were opening for us. And they were fantastic. But he was a guitar player in the band, and we started chatting in the basement of the entry or something. He told me that he been playing pedal steel and fiddle and guitar for, and he, you know, played gigs and been a gigging guy since the mid-'70s. So he gave me his card, and I always kind of kept it in the back of my mind, and I'd run into him a few other shows we played together. So I looked him up, probably Facebook, and got a hold of him, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll totally do it." So
nice.
Worked out great.
It did work out great. This song is another favorite of mine. Although it's called Old News, and it culminates with, you know, out with the old and in with the new, you'll be old news sometime soon. At the beginning, I'm not looking back, longing for some past. So it's interesting, like the song opens declaring that, you know, I'm not going to be nostalgic, basically, but then there's the reference to, you know, reconnecting with a friend. It's good to see them. You look like back when. You look like back when.
Yeah.
So there's this interesting, like, combination of attitudes towards, like, is it good to be nostalgic? Do I want to reconnect with someone?
Sure.
Like, what's going on in the song?
I'm not necessarily being nostalgic, but it's, you know, you live on this earth long enough. You have old friends.
Yeah.
So it's always good to see and reconnect with, especially if they're close to you, or, you know, they had some deeper meaning than just, you know, someone I went to high school with. But anyway, you get what I mean? I don't know.
Absolutely. How appropriate then that you have, like, the guy that you met on tour playing, you know, coming back and playing the bass.
Sure, yeah.
So that's very fitting.
Yeah, I guess I never thought about it. Yeah.
And
it was good to see him again.
Yeah.
And it's still good to see him again.
Yeah, playing guitars in the bars. Didn't get so far, but didn't stray too far.
Right.
Like that's again this kind of like the balance, the same idea of okay, we're on the move, but you know, but there's this kind of stillness or like composure. Yeah, we're getting somewhere, we're like careening, but at the same time we're not straying too much. It's under control.
Things should be going off the rails a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah,
exactly.
Make it interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Which I'm sure you will be doing.
Yes.
So on Friday, July 28th. Before we wrap up, we should acknowledge that on this record, which is either called Full Length, It's Just Lunch, or Brian, the Man on the Move, travels to the big city, which will soon be old news because he's Alabama band. I don't recommend the last one.
It's not bad.
But there's we haven't really highlighted the breadth of different genres covered in it, so I think we should do that. Right now, for example, we can hear a song called You Either Get It or You Don't.
Yes.
And there's a kind of Motown.
Yeah, I kind
of
don't. Yeah.
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 Kind of. You kind of get it.
Yeah, I think so.
Or you don't get the Motown.
I get it. Do you get it?
I do get it.
Okay.
Yeah, we both get the Motown.
Yes.
How did that come about? Did you guys think, well, let's do a Motown song? Or...
No, Jeff came up with the progression or the bass line. One of the I forget. It's been a while. We've been playing this one for a while. And I think he just heard double time in his head.
Were you surprised that now that you've got the record, you know, you've almost done with the mixing, and you step back and, you know, you've got, so Why Do I Have to Come Down is like a little, it's got kind of poppier feel to it than some of the other songs, for example. Are you surprised at the breadth, like the sonic breadth?
No, because
that was always part of the plan.
I think not necessarily. It just was like, if the song is good, who cares what it. Whether
it's like an Eleganza song.
Yeah, the best song. Yeah, that's how I meant. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, maybe it's a little too varied, but I don't care. I think at the end of the day, it's still Eleganza, and that's what, you know. It'll be tricky to. I'm having a little trouble sequencing the record right now.
Yeah.
Figuring out how it's gonna flow.
I think it should begin as the episode began with 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think that's the consensus. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good tried and tested.
And then it's good opener.
So what are the potential closers as we near the end?
Closer of the record?
Yeah.
Well, I thought if the song called "Blood on the Dance Floor," which is one of Jeff's. It's just a little bit. It's a great song, but it's long and it's different than most everything else on the record as far as the vibe and the feel of the song. I think That's in my, but you know what? Some of the other guys might go, no, I don't want that.
Well, we're giving that a try. That's what we can currently hear.
Oh, right.
This is playing us out as we
perfect.
Near the end of our conversation. We know why there might be blood on the dance floor for like MJ. So how is there going to be blood on the dance floor?
Well, I think Jeff. That was Jeff's title. He wrote the music and he said, "I think I want to call it this." I don't know. He likes to see a little blood every now and then.
Yeah. Again, if you're the kind of band which is on the move and willing to go off the rails a little bit, then there could well end up being some blood on the dance floor.
You never know. Yeah.
And so yeah,
you have to sacrifice a little or something.
Yes, exactly. I will be on said dance floor at Palmer's on Friday, July 28th. Certainly by 7:30.
You should MC the whole night. What do you think of that?
I think I will be on the mic a little bit.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah.
You're gonna get.
Careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Can you get a real rousing? What's the guy? Is it John Sinclair in front of the MC5?
Oh, I will work on
Does he announce that? I can't remember.
I don't know, but I will do my research. I won't be.
Practice that.
Yeah, I won't have all my lyric notes. I'll be there with my John Sinclair impression down. Yeah. And so maybe I will be announcing. This is Eleganza. But for the time being, this has been Eleganza. This has been Brian van der Werf. You know where to find him. And we will see him.
See you Friday.
At PALMFEST.